Well, I suppose there was a couple of aspects, and one of them mainly being the fact that I felt they had some unfinished business here. I'd been here in 1987 as a player, and it didn't work out. The marriage didn't work out at that time, but just really felt like I really had something to achieve at the football club. The other aspect of it was that I see this as a club that's a sleeping giant, and a real opportunity to get it right this time around. It's been starved of success for too long now, and just really believe that there was a great opportunity here. Well, there's quite a few things. I mean, obviously, with the club finishing 16th at the end of the season, I mean, there's a lot that needs to be worked on, from a basic fitness set right through to the skill, the playing level of the group. I think one of the things that I'm very keen on is changing the style of play more so than anything, that it is an attacking, flowing, running style of football, and I think that's very, very important. I think that supporters want to come along and see an exciting brand of footy, and everyone wants to win games, and that's exactly what we'll be aiming and endeavouring to do. But I think everyone likes to at least have seen an exciting game, even if they didn't get the result going the way that they wanted it to. So I think you'll see us being a higher scoring team, and that will be shown in the style of play. Well, I think when we have a look at preparation for the season, it will be very, very strong on a style of play. What I basically see myself as a teacher. Every training session that will be done will be started off with, I suppose, a meeting whereby we'll go through video review, we'll go through the structure on a whiteboard situation so that they're actually learning what we want to achieve throughout the games. I think just to expect blokes to understand, go out and train, and just to expect them to understand by sort of speaking to them on the ground is not the way to go. I think you've actually got to step them through everything that you're actually trying to achieve as a team and as a coach instructing that team. So it will be from day one planned and then orchestrated sort of from a training aspect. So that'll be, I think, a bit of a difference to what they're used to in the past. We've got too many blokes with sailors' legs around this football club. I mean, we've just got to thicken them up a little bit. When I say sailors' legs, I just think that we are a light-framed team, and even in the first couple of meetings with the guys, that was the one thing that sort of really struck me straight away. We will spend a lot of time building them up in the gym, and I expect them to have a lot, be a lot more powerful. A lot of our training will be power-based training, so from an aspect of the running, it'll get away from the endurance-based running where you're just running around the tan and doing a lot of kilometres. It'll be more 200s, 400s, 600s, 800s, which is more conducive to what football's all about these days. I mean, it is power, recover, go again, and that's the style of football that's actually played. I think the days of just being able to run 10 kilometres are sort of gone. You need to be able to run and then be able to burst at the end of that run. So a lot of our training will be based on that. Well, look, I suppose when the players come back, they come back in 3 lots, and that's from October through to the start of November. And really, you would expect the first month to be based on their running, their power running, and a lot of weights. And they will be doing football training in that early stages, but it'll be all skill-based. It'll be we're going to be doing 6 sessions a week just on the skill aspect of the team, and that gets actually broken down further. So there's probably 24 sessions because you need to break them down into smaller lots. So plenty of work for our assistant coaches to do. As it sort of rolls on into later November, early December, we'll do a lot of game set work, which is something that I've always believed in. I believe that it's all very well to do skills and drills, but you don't run from cone to cone when you actually play football. It's got to be done in a game style or a game fashion. So we'll do a lot of that work at Punt Road from sort of probably November, December onwards. And then as we sort of get over the pre-Christmas period, I mean, it really does get very much game specific at that stage, where everything that we'll be doing will be, players in their positions and the style of play that we want to set up. Well, there's a lot of things. I mean, one of the reasons why I came here was that I thought that the development group that this footy club had was over and above the other opportunities that I had. I think that already over the last 12 to 18 months there's been some great work done to bring some good, young, exciting talent to this footy club. I don't believe that where the club was at the end of last year is their rightful position. We've seen a lot of sides in recent times catapult up the ladder. I'm not one for saying that you need to bottom out and be down for 3 or 4 years and pick up selections to rejuvenate yourself to come back. I think that if things are done a little bit differently, you can turn that around fairly quickly. I'm more of a Geelong mode where they've been up and around the mark for a few years whilst also developing their list at the same time. So strong for me will be players like Campbell and Richardson and Stafford, who are getting near the end of their careers. They don't want to hear about 5-year plans. They want to hear about what's going to happen in the next 12 months, and I'm very much that way as well. That I believe that we need to sort of step straight back up and be competitive while still really keeping an eye on the ultimate plan, and that's a premiership, and that's what the club's looking for. I'll go back to a game last year where you played against the team played against the Western Bulldogs, and Richmond supporters that day were just fantastic. It was the day that Richo kicked 10 goals, and I was sitting in the outer just watching that game, not having any idea that I would be the coach the following year, and just sort of seeing the passion on that particular day of the supporters as the side had a win, as Matthew Richardson kicked his 10 and played a fantastic game. I just sort of thought about what it would be like to have 70,000 Richmond supporters up against one of the stronger Melbourne-based clubs, and just how exciting that feeling would be. And look, I said that I believe that the Richmond Footy Club is a sleeping giant, and I really believe that that's the case. And if we can reignite that giant, it'll be an exciting place for all of us. Oh well, there's a lot of things. Number one is to bring a little bit of self-belief back to the playing group. I think that they lost their way towards the end of the last year. I think part of my 5 years as coach is just to get some stability into the place, and I think that's one of the key aspects for actually getting the confidence back into the group, knowing that perhaps the media and other outlets are going to actually leave them alone for perhaps a 3-year period and just allow them to concentrate on getting their skill level and getting the team spirit back to where it needs to be to have the ultimate success. And I think that that's a really key component to it. And I think all our supporters and our members are part of that. I mean, I think what we've got to actually do is be united as one, and really let's just sort of see whether we can turn Richmond around with some sort of stability. Well, my message is simple. I mean, it's just get on board and enjoy the ride of your life. I think we've got some fantastic young players down here. We're going to be developing a group of guys together that's going to be really exciting to be a part of. I think from the aspect of playing, you'll see a much more exciting Richmond and a brand of football that will be our own. And if you love your footy, get on board.